What's up, everybody? This is Zach with the Micro Homestead Ecology, and today we're taking a look at what I have in place down here in my unheated greenhouse that allows me to sleep at night knowing that I have all of these frost tender vegetables like peppers and tomatoes and other things like that that are growing down here in a moderately unprotected space. When it's been cold, I'm gonna drop some footage in here. Like, we've had very, very cold nights the last few days. I mean, very cold, high 20s, low 30s. We've got frost. We've had folks that are irrigating their fields around here are having, ice crystals all over the grass in the morning. It's been cold the last couple nights, but I haven't worried about the plants that I have down here in the greenhouse. And that's because I have a very, very simple system. It's set up here behind me. You can kind of see it, that I have in place to help keep them protected inside of this space. And I mean, like, the space itself is moderately, so what, that's just above 40 degrees, and it's, I don't know, like 8 something. That was probably kind of loud. It's like 8 something in the morning, and so the sun's just barely, it's been up for an hour or so, a couple hours maybe. So this space is starting to warm. But overnight it was cold in here. It was 20 degrees, or not 20. It was in the low 30s, high 20s, and I know that my peppers and tomatoes are just fine because of the protective measures that I have in place. So I'm going to turn the camera around, show you what we have set up, how we're using just a tiny bit of electrical inputs from an extension cord to keep things nice and safe for the plants here in a slightly protected environment. Okay, so this is our setup, and you can kind of see what we have going on here. This is Horticultural Fleece, which is just a very, very thin, kind of fabric-y sort of thing. You can tell by looking through there that obviously it lets plenty of light through. And so these plants now have a double layer protection from the frost, which probably honestly would be enough to keep them perfectly fine. Excuse me. But we've gone that extra step by adding in this horticultural fleece, right? So you have protection level number 1 from the roof. I've got all my vents blocked off so that there's no cold air coming in from any of the roof spaces. We've got pipe insulation up there under the metal part. And then I just have these removable 2x4 little, I don't know, baffles or whatever you want to call them, that are in all of those gaps. So there's no cold air coming in from any open spaces. It's just whatever might be coming down off of the roof. But that is blocked by this horticultural fleece. Okay, now that is also acting as a trap for something that I have underneath there. So let's pull this back and I'll show you what else we have that's helping. Look at those happy little babies. And I'm like, it's warm in there. I can't quantify that for you. I don't have a thermometer or anything in this space. But look at those babies. Super happy, super healthy, and they were just outside in low 30-degree temperature all night long. Okay, I moved these down here to give them some extra protection. Some more peppers, lots of nasturtiums. These are some beautiful Basque peppers that we're growing. There's a couple jalapenos that survived hiding back there. Like, gorgeous, right? So, what's driving this system? It's these right here. Okay, you can see 2 of them there. Very, very warm on this surface, and that's because this is a heat mat. So this is one of those seed starting heat mats. It happens to be 4 feet long from here all the way to here, and there's 2 of them. Okay, so this entire 8-foot space has a low grade heat that's protecting everything up here and also offering some protection to the stuff that I put down underneath it. Now I'll move these things out during the day so that they can get more sunlight, because the one drawback to the system, of course, is that this is shading all of this space under here, so these plants won't get any light if we left them down here. So I usually move them out during the day, and then in the evening, before I cover everything back up, I just tuck these under here so they have this protective heat level from that up there, and then they stay perfectly safe all night long. I don't have to worry about the frost sneaking in here and zapping them, and they'll be good to go. So this is all that it's taking to handle this, guys. I've just got an extension cord running from a power source. I put a 3-way splitter on the end of it, and then I bounce between these two heat mats in the evening, and then there's some other cords here, this one and this one. These two are running the fans during the day. So once it warms up in here a little bit more, I'll unplug those two. I'll plug in the fans, get some air moving in here. I'll open up the doors and the window on the front, and it'll keep things comfortable in here all day. Got this fan up here. We open up the top of that there, and then I'll open this door in the back and this box fan down here. So now we have like this vortex of air moving through this whole space. Puts a little bit of shake on these stems from that air movement, which helps them kind of toughen up a little bit. But everything stays happy and healthy. I don't have to worry about anything dying from cold exposure in this environment, and you're good to go. So super simple to set up. I'll put some links down in the descriptions for, these heat mats and the horticultural fleece if that's something that you're looking for. I just built this really simple frame out of, oh, look at that little turkey. You better not eat my sweet peas, you pretty little bird, you. Stay out of my sweet peas. Simple little frame out of PVC pipe, which literally is just slipped with a slip. Like that's just the top of that shelf. And that's holding that up. And then on this end, I just, ran some, I've got this trellis thing that I use, and I just ran some extra supports over there to keep all that up off of the plants. But honestly, with the horticultural fleece, it's light enough and airy enough that it could sit right on these. In fact, all of these, like it's touching them out here on the edge during the day. So anyway, beautiful growth on these plants. Look at those. Got some side shooting happening because I cut the tops off. Gonna be lovely. Okay, so there you go. That's it. Super simple. Just get you a couple heat mats, and you have a low-grade heat source right at the base of your plants. Put something over top of it to cover them, and now you'll keep them protected throughout the evening. You can sleep easy at night. You don't have to worry about things because everything's going to stay nice and warm on these mildly cool, late spring days when you're worrying about things that are out here in your greenhouse space. If you like this, be sure that you give it a like, maybe subscribe to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. We are happy to have you. We talk about all sorts of things related to homesteading on small acreage because that's what we do here. And we just want to help show you what's possible and maybe inspire you to try some of these things for yourself, live a more sustainable life, all that sort of good stuff. So welcome, and we'll see you in this video, which is a good one. If you like this one, you'll probably like that one too. See ya.